Welcome to Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and joining us on this episode is Allison Bergeron, a family nurse practitioner at the Terrebonne General Multispecialty Clinic in Gray. Today we're going to be discussing the multispecialty clinic and the services that are offered. Welcome to the show, Allison.
Hi, nice to see you again.
I'm so glad you could make it over. I know you've been very busy.
Yes, that was a good thing. Yes, I have been.
Good. All right, well, let's get started with you telling us a little bit more about yourself and your role at Terrebonne General in the Multispecialty Clinic.
Yes, so I am from Houma, born and raised from here, high school here. I went to Nichols for my undergrad and then LSU in New Orleans for my master's. And I've been a nurse practitioner for about 10 and a half years. And the multi-specialty clinic is something that is what the parish kind of really needed, because Terrebonne Parish is very big. So Terrebonne General wanted to make sure we could cover all aspects of the parish. So it's very good that we have primary care, internal medicine, as well as specialists that are in the northern part of our parish now.
Okay, well, tell us exactly where you're located and what are your hours?
Yeah, so we are located actually, this is how I describe it, next to HL Bourgeois on Eureka Drive. So if you pass up HL, it's the street right next to it. So it's 115 Eureka Drive in Gray, Louisiana, which is right by Highway 90. So it's very easy for people to get to from other areas as well as from Houma and Terrebonne Parish as well.
Yeah, you can see it right from the road.
It is.
And what are your hours?
So it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30.
Okay, and what specialties are offered at the multi-specialty clinic?
Yes, right. So for 5 days, we always have internal medicine, family medicine, and then we also have endocrinology and pulmonology that are there as well.
Okay. Just briefly, what is endocrinology?
So endocrinology is the endocrine system, which is very complex and a lot, but diabetes, thyroid, any hormone dysfunctions, things like that. These are our specialists that are able to help those type of patients.
And then pulmonology?
Pulmonology is COPD patients, asthma, patients that just have lung issues, fibrosis of their lungs. And it's great that we have both of those specialties there, because if we have any questions, we could bounce things off of each other and the patient can go to this one clinic to get a lot of things taken care of.
That's great. One-stop shop.
Yes.
So tell us about the services that are offered there.
So we do have an x-ray machine that will be open. It's just not yet. We're working on that, as well as we do some labs in-house if they need to be done that day. But eventually we will have, in the next couple of months, a full-time lab as well. So patients don't have to go and all the way back to the hospital. So patients that, for instance, are from not really close to the hospital area, we always try to make sure we can do their labs at that time to where it's a convenience for them.
Great. And as a primary care provider, what services do you provide?
So I basically, because I am a family nurse practitioner and I do internal medicine, I can see kids all the way through older adults. And we cover everything. If it's physicals, wellness, chronic diseases, acute diseases, your coughs and colds, lacerations, you name it, we can pretty much do it.
Okay, great. And why is establishing a relationship with a primary care provider so important?
Yes. So a lot of people go to urgent cares a lot, which is great. They all have their purpose, right? Urgent care, emergency rooms. But you really want to be established with a primary care provider. They actually know you. They can make sure that you're up to date on things. They know your family history. You have that rapport with them. And they are able to maybe catch things that someone won't just see when you see them once in a while. And it's also great for wellness and preventive care too.
How can someone prepare for a visit with you?
Yeah, so bring your meds, bring the bottles. We like to touch them. And then any questions you have, bring them, write them down. We do not mind. I like to talk. I like to explain. I like to educate. But the main thing is bring your medicines and your questions, and we can pretty much have everything else covered.
Okay, and how do you get patients involved in their care?
I talk to them. I want to know, every patient is different. It's not cookbook medicine, right? So I can't do the same thing for every person just because of their diagnosis. So we always want to make sure, what are they wanting? Are they wanting a more integrative approach, more traditional medicine? What are their goals? And to make sure that we're meeting them and together we can come up with a plan.
Okay. I know you'll also do annual wellness visits. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah, so annual wellness visits, of course, are for Medicare, but they're also really for any age person. It's a great way to make sure that preventive health is up to date. And also we want to make sure that the insurance is getting all your diagnoses every year, because if they don't get it that 1 year, they think you don't have it anymore. So it allows your insurance to cover things easier because they know exactly how sick you are and what diseases you have. And preventive care, definitely wellness, very important.
Okay, and do you offer same or next day appointments?
So we do have same and next day appointments. We would prefer people not walk in because I am a lot busier now and I wouldn't want patients to have to wait for a long time. So we prefer people call ahead of time so we can give them an actual appointment so they have the allotted time needed, and to respect everybody's time to make sure that, we don't want people sitting for a long time. So same day and next day are there, but we prefer people not walk in to call ahead of time.
Okay, and tell us how someone can schedule an appointment with you.
You can call 873-GRAY with an A. I think it's 873-4729. My chart, if you have a My Chart, you can definitely make an appointment on there as well with us. But calling is the easiest thing if you want, and then we can get you in and seen.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing this information, for everything you're doing for our patients.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
For more information about the Terrebonne General Multispecialty Clinic, visit tghealthsystem.com. Thanks so much for joining us on To Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and we'll see you right back here next week.